Okay, so welcome to today's video where we are going to be completing the square. So this is the question example we're going to go through. Write x squared plus 8x plus 6 in the form x plus a squared plus b, where a and b are constants. Now we can put it in this form because it may help us solve the equation, or it will allow us to find the maximum and minimum, that's hard to say, maximum and minimum parts of a quadratic graph. So let's have a look. This x plus a squared, let's expand it out and see what it would look like. So we're going to have x, and we're going to have plus a and plus a. So x times x is going to be x squared plus, and then we're going to have ax, and we're going to have that twice. Ax and ax, and then we're going to have a times a, which is going to be a squared. Then we're going to add this plus b to this. So all of this is going to look like x squared plus 2ax plus a squared plus b. So you can see here, the x squared is going to match this x squared here just fine, so we don't have to do anything about that. But we're going to have 2ax in front of the x. So that means x in this form is going to equal half of this number in front of the x here. So in this case, it's going to equal 4. But then we have a squared plus b, which has to equal this number, which doesn't have any x's attached to it. So a squared plus b has to equal 6. So then a squared being 4 is going to be 4 squared plus b is going to have to equal 6. So we have to find out what b is. So let's go through that again. So 2a has to equal 8. So a is going to equal 4. All right, that makes this bit correct in front of the x's. Then we have a squared plus b. So a squared plus b has to equal the number with no x's, has to equal 6. A squared plus b has to equal 6, so 4 squared plus b has to equal 6. So 16 plus b has to equal 6. So b is going to be minus 10. So then we put it back into this form here. X squared plus 8x plus 6 into the form x plus a plus b, when we know a is 4 and b is minus 10. So that's going to look like x plus 4 squared minus 10. Alright, let's do another form of that question. So, write x squared plus 12x minus 1 into the form x plus a squared plus b, where a and b are constants. So, easy peasy. So we know a is going to equal a equals half of this number. So 12 divided by 2 equals 6. And then a squared plus b equals this number. So that is going to be minus 1. So a squared is 6 squared is 36. So 36 plus b equals minus 1. So we know we're going to minus 36 from both sides. and b is going to equal minus 37. So put it back into this form. X plus 6 squared, and then b is going to be minus 37. Let's do one more question, and then we're going to go on to some more advanced questions. So question 3 is in two parts. X squared minus 6x minus 3 equals x minus a squared minus b, where a and b are constants. Find the values of a and b. I'm doing some trickery there with the minuses, and then we're going to solve it for 0, and that will be the end of the video. So let's have a look. A is going to be half of the number in front of x, so a is going to equal minus 6 divided by 2 equals minus 3. Then a squared plus b is going to equal the number with no x's attached, which is going to be minus 3. A squared, so minus 3 squared is 9. So it's going to be 9 plus b is going to equal minus 3. So minus 9 from both sides, minus 9, and we are going to get b equaling to minus 12. Now, where a and b are constants, you can see this is a minus here already, so we actually have to put in the values of a to be 3, because it's already a minus in front of it, and 12. Got to be careful there, they like to trick you out with questions like that. Okay, and question part B, hence solve x squared minus 6x minus 3 equals 0. Well, we already know it is in the form x minus 3 squared minus 12 equals 0. So we're going to do what we always do, get rid of the most outer part of the equation. So that is going to give us x minus 3 squared equals 12. Then we're going to square root it, but remember, when we square root something, it is going to be positive or negative whenever we square root this number, because the square root of a negative number can be positive. So square root 12. Alright, so it's going to be x minus 3 equals plus or minus the square root of 12, and then we are going to plus 3. So x equals 3 plus or minus the square root of 12. And that is the answer for these. We're going to do a more advanced video, so that will be the next one. And thanks for listening. And if you like this video, don't remember to subscribe. Thanks, guys.